Hi! Welcome back to Starfall, our Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition adventure featuring the Lasers and Liches 2.5 Test Wave supplement. I am Diamond. I am your story master. I am here with Jocelyn, Allison, David, and Thomas, and we're continuing our adventures. These four and a crow and a mechanical man and a
And a
small,
small child.
strange Arakocra child are all on the road together. If that is confusing, you might want to go back a few episodes and figure out what's happening. So, the landscape is before you, mostly flat at this area. You know, you've got the becomes mountains to the oh shoot. Whatever. To your right.
To the direction.
I couldn't make it a direction. To your right becomes mountains. To your left is river. Eventually becomes like a sinkhole in the ground, but is mostly plains along the way there. So you've got a lot of flat that you can see out over, and definitely in the way you're traveling. On the horizon, it's becoming more and more clear that there are ruins ahead of you, and that's where the road heads. You know from the information you were given and from your map that that's most likely Bucharest. And there is a person coming towards you on a horse. As it gets closer, what becomes clear is that there is a very tall halfling astride your donkey donkey camel? Not sure what you call it.
He's more of a three-quarterling.
An alpaca.
Not an alpaca. It really looks like somebody mad scientist, like a camel and a donkey bred. Alpacas tend to have pretty thick fur. I mean, camels do too, but alpacas is curly.
A damel or a conky, right?
I don't like any of that. What did I do?
I just hop on conky.
Well, you got a three-quarterling on a conky coming your way, pulling a cart behind it. You come up on it, clearly moving faster than he is. But when you get within I can see you distance, he does a wave like, "Oh hey there, hi." Wave.
I am no longer aiming at him.
I will wave back.
That's polite.
Uh-huh.
Ahoy.
He pulls himself over on the side of the road and stops. I'm not the one in charge of your vehicle.
Who is in charge of my vehicle? I'm on a horse, right? Is that me?
Look.
Yeah, it will obey any of you.
Are we stopping?
Well, I guess, yeah, let me roll an insight check. Does this person seem suspicious?
Everybody's suspicious.
Are they luring us a trap?
Tell me what numbers you got.
I rolled everybody's my friend.
Wow, I got the opposite. I got a nat 20, but it doesn't really matter for
what a time for one. But you still get the shinies.
Hey,
let's be clear. A terrible insight roll for me is 10.
So no, this is not trying to trap you. Just that this is we're travelers on the same road. Let us stop and chat.
I will stop and chat.
Yeah.
So
if stranger,
if you had ever thought to draw a face and the word you chose to draw it was rugged, it would look like this face. Like old, pockmarked, scarred, but also just great big old grin. Like this is somebody's ideal grandfather. If I keep echoing, it's because one of you has your sound on. It's not me. Anyway.
I got headphones in, so it's not me.
Okay. Ta-da. You're muted, Thomas. Anyway. Rugged. That's where I was at. Salt and pepper, hair, sort of short, like bit of a beard, not much of one, but nothing about him is well kept. I'm trying to describe kind of a mountain man.
Mm-hmm.
Get it a
Where
little
are you
bit.
headed, traveler?
I'm heading into the desert. We got a salt and salted fish to trade, and they don't get nearly as much of that as they ought to, which makes it, cleaner sweep for me. This is the salted fish. This is the harder part of the road, though. Anything I should be worried about ahead of me?
Raptors.
Oh yeah, we saw river raptors.
Oh, those? Oh, they don't mess with me anymore. Being a
Oh yeah.
Bessie here's got a heck of a kick and a spit. You just stay away from both ends and you're fine.
Understood.
How about you? Where are y'all off to?
That way.
So you're heading to Boonerest then? Gonna
Yep.
stay
That's
the
our
night
first
there?
stop. We're headed part south.
How far? Like past the ocean?
If we can make it.
So you're gonna pass through Royford then?
Might do. Should we?
Well, I mean, if you're gonna get to the ocean, it's easier than going through the wastes. But have you been there before?
I haven't.
Mm-mm.
When you get into town, you should look up Baba. She's an old gossip. She's got a like one of those little shops where they sell kind of everything, but she can set you to rights about.
And that was in what was the town?
Royford. That's the end of where this road goes, at least.
Who should we say
Royford.
sent us?
He's opening that tab in his brain. Ansfroy. They call me Ansfroy the Titan.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna try and do the laugh, but he definitely laughs heartily at you saying that. Like, oh, these people are friendly. Ha 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 ha, laughter.
Sumo Sword joins the friendly laugh.
Tuesday has adopted a very cordial highway patrol kind of demeanor. Like very nice, but you can't see past the shades and just I'm being sociable.
You're one of them Wanari, right? We don't see a lot of you up this point. I heard that everyone got called into the desert. You hear a lot when you trade.
You do hear a lot.
Oh, that's awkward.
Sumo Sword looks at you. Well,
I am Winari. I don't talk about my people though.
Oh, you fallen out with them? That's all right. It happens to the
No.
best of them.
No, I love them too much to drip words in front of strangers.
Don't mind him, he's weird.
It's true. But I am friendly.
He looks like he just got slapped from each direction. Just like, all right. I was just it's business. Trying to reach into maybe a new path for trading. I figure everyone can use some salt.
can I trade you for some salted fish?
Oh yeah. What you got?
Oh, I have some. I have coin, of course, and I also have. I have these sticky buns.
I just picture Sumo Store opening a trench coat, but it's lined with food.
I opened my fanny pack, which is just full of jars.
Want a pot roast?
Perfecto. Pardon me.
I will drop him the. There are the caves a trading post. Like where does one go to trade with Winari?
It's not going to be the caves, but there's
Okay.
got to be. There is a place where like known and trusted traders can go to, and you can send him and you can give him directions to whatever that place is, and he can. And if you start doing that, he understands this isn't his first rodeo on trading with someone who doesn't want to be found.
As that becomes clear, I can respect that.
Everybody needs salt. Keeps me and
What
mine good.
what word of the salvation in the area?
Oh, there was. So I heard that there was some big to do in Lake Miramara where they got embarrassed publicly. And I don't know what else is happening there, but they ain't been around here for a bit. Which I don't mind. They got some kind of ideas that don't sit well with good people.
Yeah, they're pretty much dicks.
I agree. Do you know anyone who disagrees in the towns ahead? People perhaps I should avoid.
Not more than the kind of people who would already have joined up with them who are just like, you ever seen a kid in their cups thinking they know everything about the world? Just the usual. This isn't really a good place for them. We tend to keep our own problems to ourselves.
That's
Trade
good to
what's
hear.
best with the rest of the world. Do you have your boons for boon arrest? At the look of surprise on everyone's faces. And the silence, he can, like, oh, this is your first time going through here. Ah! Well, smack me and call me kitten. It is so nice to see first timers. You are in for a surprise, and it is always a good one. So I won't ruin it. You'll figure it out yourself. Promise, if I can figure it out.
I cast detect thoughts on him. No, I'm kidding. It's
Just like, okay, damn, dude, fine. Like,
no, actually,
Yeah.
Friendly is being more conservative than that. He still has not rested. I'm not going to grant your spells for.
I cast Win D&D at 6th level.
that's you're playing with your friends. You are winning, son.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you have anything that's iron, or anything, he'll trade you iron or leather. He's mostly looking for stuff that doesn't seem like it comes really easily to folks who live in the water. On the water, near the water. So,
Mhm.
you're going to get more for iron than you are for sticky buns, Allison.
Would he like a pair of iron shackles?
Yeah. Well, that's useful. I haven't seen.
Mhm.
Oh, I mean, if you bring them out. Sorry, I didn't know if you did or not.
Yeah.
Like, oh, where do you come across these? These are well made.
I'm a bounty hunter.
Oh, you don't need them though?
I have another pair.
Oh, neat. What kind of? So we got. He names like 5 kinds of fish.
That I'm defaulting to the foodie on this one.
Hey, foodie. Do you want salmon or tilapia?
Salmon.
Who doesn't want preserved salmon, man? I said salted. It's probably also smoked. Who knows? But yeah. All right. Well, we can get you a pretty decent amount for this. I still have to have plenty to trade. Do you need salt too? Or are you just looking at fish?
I just want fish.
All right.
But for the rest of you, Tuesday opens a side bag on her satchel, and you see neatly arranged rows of different kinds of handcuffs, like iron, high tech, energy.
I love you dorks so
It's
much.
it's
Oh my God.
quite literally tools of the trade. You can't just rely on one kind.
All right. So trades you like I'm trying to do pounds of dried fish in my head and I really can't, but an appropriate amount of dried fish for this. Honestly, if it comes down to us needing to know the exact amount, we will worry about that then.
Yeah, we're not playing that kind of D&D.
Yeah.
I'm encumbered now by the third fish. No.
Yeah.
Calculate the weight of all your ammo.
Right? It's there in the rules. You can do it, though.
None of you have gone to the bathroom recently. Roll for pain.
Speaking of which, though.
Titan, you keep any gem stock handy?
I got a few. I mean, one's mine, just in case. never pay, always pays to be prepared. But I got a few just in case people don't take coin or whatever else I got.
You find a lot of that in the desert. It's lighter, travels better, doesn't go down to sand. Who do you go to in the next few stops to trade your gems?
Well, honestly, this part is mostly the travel, and then it's getting to the Draspit, I think the town's called. There are these
Sure.
little towns, and there's a few others that are all like smaller bits. I usually don't go beyond that. It's not worth the distance.
I mean, on the south of the road. Who ahead
Oh,
of us? Who would I go to pick up gems?
oh, you can trade most anything in Royford. They're the town before the port, and they
Sure.
sort of keep traffic that goes to the port. And then once you get to the port, well, it's a port. It's exactly what you'd expect.
You know somebody I could trade with without having to use a zone of truth?
Well, Baba for sure is one.
All right.
There's a big time merchant in Royford. Diamond is opening the thing that says his name. Hold on. I wasn't ready.
Goes by the name of Kmart.
No, does not. Vanshire. That's it. His name is Selden Van Shire. He's like, he does really well, and him and his lady do really well for the town, and that also makes them do really well for themselves. But we got Royford in general has got a lot of faith in them, which means they can't be too dishonest, you know?
Sure.
But if you can, they'll be able to find most anything that you need and probably a lot of the things that you want. That is kind of what they do.
I'll keep them in mind. Thanks.
So,
Not to be rude, but clock's ticking on the ritual.
absolutely, and I gotta get this somewhere, or it's all just for me jabbering. I hope y'all got a smooth road, and thanks for the warning about the little teethy guys in the river.
Safe travels.
Y'all as well.
I will leave him with a casting of guidance. Go with the coat.
Aw, thanks, buddy. Get up. and, clicks his merry heels and is on her
Yeah.
way. I like that guy. I want to see him again now. Anyway. Waves and passes, and you can hear him continue clomping on down the road.
And our horses' hover engines charge up and we fire forward.
Yep. Well, that was fun, and now you have a bunch of salted fish to go with all your sticky plums.
This is a good trip.
So, nothing else of note happens until you get to Boone Arrest. So is there anything y'all are doing other than Thomas is rolling for a few levels of exhaustion? That's happening. I think by now, 5? I think we need you to roll 5. Does that sound right?
Sounds legit. Yeah, I think we were counting it like every 2 hours instead of every 1 hour because he's catnapping. I
Yeah.
think you're right. Yeah. So guidance. That's gonna come out to
Just
15.
give me the
Okay.
list when you got them all.
All right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rolls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's gonna be 18. Hang on. Yeah, 18, 15, 8. 19, 16, and I forgot the D4 on that one. 15, 16, 17, 19.
You have an additional level of exhaustion.
All right. That's fine.
All right. Anyone doing anything before we start the description of Boone Arrest?
Nope.
Cool. As you get close to it, Roz sticks her, like she's been occasionally sticking her head out and then going back in. And she's not trying to be rude, she's just looking for something. And once you start getting closer, she sticks her head out and does the like bathtub lean. Like lets her wings stretch in the air like a kid with the arms, but it's wings. Okay. So, you know that Boone Arrest was once a town, but it was both in its former name. From your map, the thing it says, Boone Arrest was once a town. However, both it and its former name were deserted before the previous twist, when the eras on the cube, when the cube twists. Local travelers found that by leaving a Boone in the ruins cathedral-like center, they would be allowed a protected rest, and over time the name was set. When you first spy Boone Arrest, it looks like nothing so much as a few slabs of grayish stone jutting out of the scrub and low grasses around it. As you approach, you see the road past the ruins is as well traveled as the path leading into it. The low stone walls are rough but stable, clearly denotating former outlines of buildings. It's easy to see that they are laid out in a roughly circular pattern. You can go past or you can go in.
I'd like to stop and rest. I don't know about anyone else.
Do you say that out loud?
I was operating under the assumption that we had decided that we were stopping.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe so. I think we should.
The path is well worn and it makes no turns. There is one somewhat more modern building a little further way in that's a two-walled stable around down, like if you were walking like 10 minutes down the path, so it's like 2 minutes, right? It's just a little like lean-to kind of stable that's clearly been built by travelers to like put things that you might need to stable in, like a conky. I'm never gonna be less upset about that. It's fine. I should think about this in advance, though. Shortly after this, the path begins to slope, and that you can see that at the center of these ruins, there's a significant depression. Right in the middle of the path, there is a signpost that's made of a metal rectangle that's been shellacked on so that it's like white and red and really easily noticeable. And it's like got a big pole that's been sunk right into the middle, and on either side of it are like these 3-foot high metal poles that are like 6 inches in diameter that have also been sunk into the ground. The sign is written in common, and it says, "Leave only offerings, take only what is given." Getting you can't really get the horse through here.
I will give the horse a break and get off of it.
It's also clear from those of you looking around that people have camped nearby here. There's like areas where they're like, especially to the bounty hunter's eyes, like nobody left anything trashed, but there's a camp, that was a campfire, not terribly long ago over there. The path continues in front of you. It's been parking blocked. You're muted, David.
This is a footpath beyond this point situation.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I guess we pull over and get out.
I mean, I assume so, but if you every time I'm worried that I'm gonna say, "Oh, you do this now," and then you just don't. And Thomas, you're also muted.
I think he's dealing with a child.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I wasn't talking.
My bad. And I gotta put you guys on this page first anyway. Hold on. Well, as soon as you stop moving forward, there we go. Now you're on that map. Roz jumps out and is holding a son of a biscuit eater. I forgot what she was holding. Hold on. My bad. Right. Okay. She is holding a small shiny bell, and she jumps out and she starts heading right down the path.
I am following her.
Okay.
And unless she starts flying, I can keep up.
She doesn't start flying. Although she is doing that like weird, awkward fly hop thing. I don't know how to tell you how an Aarakocra child walks, but no kid just walks in a straight friggin' line. Anyway, the path continues for another 15 feet and finishes at a set of stairs. And the stairs leads down into the depression, and the depression is the map that is on Roll20 right now. It's huge, like 400 feet or so in diameter. It is for this region really verdant. There's just green everywhere, like tall grasses, tree-like shrubs, and shrub-like trees. And from the top of the stairs, you can look down into the depression and see the open buildings below. No roofs here. It's walled entirely by an ovoid wall with a great tree in the center, and you just have not seen a tree this large anywhere in this area. In fact, you haven't seen a tree this large the entire game. Just continue. So Roz is running just right down to the middle.
I'm following her.
As soon as you take your first steps down into the depression, you get a feeling of peace and calm. Like,
I don't trust it.
the air feels cleaner, and the whole place smells like fresh water. Not like after a rain, it just smells like clean, fresh water. So Roz takes herself and, like, fly runs. I don't have a token for her. Sorry, I need to grab one. To the base of the stairs that lead up to the tree, and then she turns around and sits on the step, sees that you are following her, which she wasn't aware of before, and says, "Are the rest of them coming?"
Probably yes.
Do I have to wait for them
To do what?
to make it safe?
I please explain more.
She looks around and then she, like, come here so I can whisper at you.
Okay.
My mom said that if I put a starts with a T, like toy, but a small thing, in the center, it makes us safe for a whole day.
Then yes, we should wait for the others.
Okay.
And I just sit down next to her.
Others, what do you do?
I'm in the chest. Well, okay, no. Actually, I'm not anymore because I followed Roz. So, I'm with Roz and Tuesday.
Okay.
I will follow.
I slowly bring up the rear. The disc with the chest stays following me.
It it flies can up to 10 feet off the ground, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can get it over those thumps. They're not so high that you can't get it over, but you gotta have a, OSHA moment. Oh no, Sha.
Oh no, I've been driving all night. I'm not a young wolf. I'm taking the path.
I mean, to move it up over those things, you just have to. Anyway, you don't have to carry it. I just like the idea of you, like, trying to forklift it over, but with magic. That's what's happening in my head. Anyway. So, if you all catch up with those two that are sitting on the stairs, as more and more of you catch up, she's like, there's clearly this child that gets impatient. Come on. And essentially, as soon as as soon as you've entered, here, I'll move you to where I'm talking about. Whoa, guess everyone's bound together again. This area? Okay, that was interesting. Why? Why are you like this? Because I do it. Ungroup. Thank you. So as soon as you reach this area, that's just this flat area where you can see the nye. My sentences are getting worse. There we go. Where you can see where Tuesday is. Roz jumps up and rushes up the stairs to the center under the tree. Tuesday and Empress, you both follow her?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Rook will be up in the tree.
Okay. Everything that I described to David, you also all feel that sense of calm. Like, it's pervasive here. Approaching the tree, you see under it a half sphere, a very large half sphere that's like 15 feet in diameter. That's pretty big for a sphere. That is dull gray like a metal. It has 6 shapes embedded in it, each growing bright green with a mold or a lichen. The center, and in the middle of this half sphere, there's sort of a scooped out shape. The flat face of that half sphere is towards you, but the whole thing is leaning in a way that seems to defy gravity.
Diamond, I need to go shut my bathroom window. It's getting way too loud outside.
Cool. Do it. Everybody do a little dance while we pause. See, I told you I'd take you dancing, Allison.
Yeah, I played
fair.
Just Dance today. That's the level of my moves right now.
I like Just Dance.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I'm attending a dance class at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Virtually, obviously.
Yeah. That sounds fun.
Yeah. It's supposed to be for all skill levels, and since this body has never danced. Yeah. All right. I feel like I should have had a commercial planned for right there or something. Let me tell you about Danders.
This break brought to you by Drunks with Fireworks.
Don't be one, kids. Or if you're going to, don't be one where your neighbors can hear you. Die alone. All right. Well, we're about to end. Well, okay. Good night, Jocelyn.
Good night.
Good night.
So, Roz rushes right up to this sphere, takes a look at it, and puts the bell in the middle. And Empress and Tuesday are the only ones who are going to be close enough to see this. This depression that's in the center of it, it's almost like it slides up and around and takes it into itself. And one of the symbols, it's like it grows brighter. Like it's not actually glowing, but it seems like it might be glowing. Like, I probably should have put words on that. And out comes on the other end to find the thing. Finding the thing. Okay, found the thing. And it swings back around. The depression opens up, and there is a bright blue gem in there. And she grabs it and holds onto it and turns to you, Tuesday, and says, "What did you bring?"
Sorry?
The boon.
I've never been here before.
But you leave a boon, and then it's safer. And it gave me this.
Tuesday, without looking, reaches into her bag, pulls out a very nice looking hand carved dice set, and if the thing is there, places it in the thing.
Okay, so it. I'm trying to remember my notes. So the so you can see the symbols on the map, right? The one that looks a little bit like 2 explosions, sort of lights up a little bit. And the thing, container? I'm not sure what to call the weird hidey hole in the middle of this thing, but the weird hidey hole in the middle of this thing takes in your dice and drops out a slap bracelet. I think you're muted.
Mm-hmm. Okay, as a player, I know about slap bracelets in this game, but to the character, does this look special, or does this look like a classic, like 80s, 90s slap bracelet, flat piece of metal covered in cloth?
I mean, that's definitely what it looks like, but your
Okay.
character in the game is also aware of special slap bracelets in the game.
Okay.
It's shiny. It's like holographic snakeskin.
I thought I had identified. I may have forgotten to write that down. Anyway.
He does, and I'm sure you'll get to all of these eventually. I love it.
Ooh, yeah. Its head is like as big as your head.
Just for the purpose
maybe
of
bigger.
Of continuity for the game, Empress doesn't currently have anything, and Roz assures her that she'll still be safe because they've already paid a boon. Now it's just for funsies. Okay, Sumasaur is the next to walk up the thing, I guess, if you're following.
Yeah.
You definitely see these two standing here, and you see Roz holding up a bright blue gem to the sky and then putting it in a pocket, but not the rest of it. So have character interaction.
Diamond, is there any history in this setting of the slap bracelets being a bad thing?
No?
Like there's no tale of the cursed slap bracelet.
No, I mean, I'm sure there is a tale of the cursed slap bracelet now.
Now that I've said that?
Now that you've said that, that's totally a thing that exists. But there wasn't before you said that.
I'm asking if there's any reason I wouldn't just put this thing on.
Not that I can think of.
I'm already wearing it.
Okay. I'm trying to find the one that I gave you.
It's invisible.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the thing that I was looking for. Oh, is that it? Oh, okay. So just because I know that it's going to happen later that you'll cast on this, and for the purpose of you putting it on your character sheet now, you have a shiny hunter slap bracelet, which gives you +1 damage against any shiny variant creature.
Aha. I wish I could add to my character sheet, but it's a PDF.
I mean, you can always just write a note now.
Yeah.
Anyway, character interaction.
So what was the blue gem?
I'm letting Roz handle this.
Oh, it's a well, I don't know exactly what it is yet, but I know it's supposed to help me if things get really scary, and that's why I have it. But I don't really know what it is. It's pretty.
It is, and it seems like a good time to use it. So well done.
No, not. We're already safe here.
That's what I mean. Bringing us to a safe place.
Did you bring a thing? Did you bring a boon for the boon place?
If you give the tree a boon, it will give you something in return. And I indicate my wrist.
I'm gonna give it that tooth that or that claw rather that I took from the water dinosaur. Was that
That's
as
fun.
by our watching of My Little Ponies, that Sea Ponies episode?
Okay.
Shooby-doo. Anyway, claw offered as a boon.
Would you? Whoops. I lost my die. Would you? Oh no, I found it. Never mind. I will roll it. Here we go. Okay. You put in the claw and this. It's really interesting how it seems to kind of, like if you imagine a bowl of metal that just rolls. It's like that, only it is visually indistinguishable from the material that the whole stone's made of. Or stone. It's not stone. Sphere. That's the word I want. That the whole sphere is made of. So it moves, but it doesn't look like it has any moving parts. That's why I'm having a hard time describing it. You are getting okay. It's what comes out is a stone. Just looks like a standard river rock, but when you pick it up, it just fits perfectly in your hand. You have never held a more perfect stone.
Cool. I got a rock. Now this is my Manuport.
And that's
A
all
perfect-
it does.
For the purpose of your character sheet, and because I know that I'm going to make him cast identification a bunch, you got a skipping stone, because that's what the dice said. And it literally will, you can skip it, it skips perfectly, and it always reappears in your hand or pocket afterwards.
Nice.
So, honestly, if you like skipping stones, that is a hallelujah.
That would be so satisfying.
It's
Right.
also your first ranged attack.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can it be a weapon?
Anything can be a weapon, right?
I'm pretty good at throwing stuff. I'm just saying.
All right.
If it always comes back, that's a returning throwing rock, is what that.
Better than a boomerang. So Friendly, it's you.
As they're all like talking about their things, Friendly just pulls out of a pocket in his robe a bloodstained recaster.
Oh dang, you're going there. All right. Put it in.
It's old.
And the tree dies.
It's got a tooth mark in it.
The symbol that, what are the symbols? The symbol that looks kind of like a sun on the left there lights up. It's like the moss or lichen in there just gets more verdant. That's really what happens.
It's a hyperchromatic effect. Like
Yes.
in almost indiscernible ways, the vibrancy of the color gets more contrasted. Okay.
Yeah.
I note that.
Sorry, I'm getting to the right action result for you. Just give me a second. We were gonna go with, yeah, okay. Okay. You drop that in there, and it just stays closed for a minute. And there's like Maybe not for you, but for everyone else, there's a moment where it's like, oh shit, what's happening now? And then it opens back up and it's a computer chip. It's kind of like a RAM disk. Disk is not the right word. Thanks, brain. That was really helpful of you. But you understand what I'm saying, right? I have to find the thing I'm referring to. Oh, come on. I assume you're gonna at some point cast identify. So you got an EL chip. These small chips alter the fabric of weapons and armor. By spending a short rest becoming attuned to the chip, you can permanently alter a set of non-magical armor or non-magical weapon by placing the chip on the item, transferring your attunement to the new item in the process. It contains a fire damage type. So you get to turn one thing into fire resistant or fire damage. That's the thing you've gained. You're still muted.
Excellent. Noted. I'm writing that on the sheet.
And
And before he leaves, he's gonna pull out another one just to check.
so the same thing happens, only a little faster this time, except nothing comes out. It takes it, the same area sort of lights up, flat lights up, and then there's nothing in the dish.
One per customer.
I am going to make one more experiment. And from his pack, he will pull out an old set of vestments that do not match his current set. And he'll give that a shot too.
The thing I described earlier happens, only this
Okay.
time none of the things light up.
Okay. Interesting. Perfect. Now I'm going to sleep. Right after I've identified all of your shiny new toys. I assume. If you'd rather it be a surprise, just let me know.
I got a
Ra-
rock. What's it do?
1 minute, identify. Here you go.
It skips!
Yay!
Roz declines, and not rudely. She's just like, I already know, and heads down the stairs to this well and is drinking water from the well. Actually.
Does it seem to have an effect other than being water?
It seems really nice. Do you have some?
Yeah. Just so it's clear, I'm going to redeclare that kid doesn't get further than 5 feet from me.
Okay. Have you ever had Gatorade when you're hungover?
Yeah.
I've never been hungover.
Lucky you.
I've never been drunk.
Have you ever had Gatorade when you're dehydrated?
Yes.
And it's like the heavens pouring a beverage down and you can feel your cells rehydrating? The
Yeah.
water feels like that to drink.
Or just water when you're dehydrated.
True, but you're not dehydrated enough for it to feel this good. It feels really good to drink this water.
Okay.
I will also drink some.
Yay.
I'm
And then-
also I'm being very evident that I'm doing these things because I trust Roz.
She accepts this.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to sleep, rest. Is that what we're right?
This is the safe place.
Yeah.
I will roll out a map. Lay on.
As
I'm done.
uh,
I mean, sumo sore. Like, it's just like, so much traveling.
as Friendly fills up his cup, yeah, no horse for 8 hours. So unless you're gonna pull the chest, you should probably make camp.
Yeah.
And by make camp, I mean hide the chest and just
Take a nap somewhere.
Yeah, dig a
Friendly,
hole.
as you drink the water, you're still exhausted and you still have both levels of exhaustion, but you feel like after you sleep, it's going to be a while before you become exhausted again.
Perfect.
You're about to get some great sleep. That's what that sounds like to me.
You are also about to get some great sleep. Even though it's like mid-afternoon. Y'all's sleep schedules are screwed up, man. Maybe late afternoon. Anyway.
Well, also when you go into the box, it's a whole other.
Yeah.
Going to the box, it's daytime. Going to the house and pull the shades, it's nighttime. It's your internal clock is vomiting.
Besides, I think Roz likes it here.
Definitely.
Roz tells you Tuesday that she's going to sleep in the tree.
Excellent.
Me too.
How about that non-detection spell? I'd sleep better if it was on you.
Okay. Well, it's really a non-detection spell and not anything else.
Of course.
Okay.
Boy, that wasn't believable.
But she said okay, and she just stand there and be like, okay.
All right. Do you know anything about spellcraft? I can show you how to recognize it.
Not a lot. I might like
Yeah.
to know more.
Let me walk you through it while I cast this one. And I do,
She is progressively less standoffish as engaging her intellect is definitely a way to get this kid's attention. So she is engaged in the process, and you get the sense that she's a quick learner.
Ner.
Sorry.
And that is what you cast, Thomas, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
All right. So you all are here, and you can set up camp, and in this cathedral temple area, things are like the temperature feels good for sleeping outside.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like you need to have a tent. You can if you want to, but you get the sense that it's not going to get particularly cold in here either, or those plants wouldn't be so darn happy. So yeah. Anything doing before y'all pass out?
Cliff of Warding.
After Roz falls asleep, I place 2 alarms on nearby branches, so if anyone tries to get to her, they knock them over.
Of course you do. I love you.
That full disclosure, I had myself do a will save and I failed.
Now that's how you role play. Friendly, you were saying?
I rolled a 1.
Sorry.
A glyph of warding in the box.
Okay. You have
And
3 in there now?
this will be my third. This one will be a prayer of healing.
Okay. Zumasaur?
I just go to sleep. I don't put up a tent. I just roll out a mat. Just fall asleep.
Perfect. All right. Well, we will end with y'all. I guess Friendly is maybe going to sleep too.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Just let me confirm that before we. All right. So everyone, then we're gonna end this session with everyone settling in as the sun starts going down. You're so early. It's not star time yet. The kid doesn't sleep until nighttime. I'm just gonna make it that. Friendly probably passes out earlier, but everyone else can go to sleep when it's actually nighttime. And there starts being nice, lovely stars out and fireflies, but no mosquitoes. It's beautiful. And that is where we're going to end the session and pick up next week with whatever horrific things I can throw at you then. If you've been enjoying this season and you want to know more about how magic works in the world of the Retroverse, give us a subscribe. If our awkward dancing commercial wasn't too bad, we'd love a like. There's assistance for us getting better. Tell us what you liked. Tell us what you think Roz's deal is. All right. Until we see you next time, y'all, thanks for watching Starfall and have a good game. Button.